Welcome in.
Yeah.
How are we, everyone? What the hell? What are you playing? What am I playing? What are these things on our screen? Nah, mate. That's
What are we doing here?
Nah, get those off, man. Who put those there? Anyways, guys, welcome in. I Boozy Season 2, Episode 21. How are we doing today? How are we doing today,
I'm
Josh?
Good. I'm good. I'm good, man. It's been a minute. We missed last week because we had some prior commitments that we had to attend to. But yeah, man, we're good. We're good. How about you?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Just same old.
Good.
Same old shit, different day.
We ready to get into some bets because I'm frothing at the gash to get this one open, mate. I'm telling you.
You always frothing. Oh fuck! Nearly dropped a can. You know what we ain't done for a while. Wait, have you got a can?
I'm not fucking ripping one of them. I know what you're trying to get at. I know.
Where's the boy? He's here somewhere, man. I was looking at him the other day, man. Where's he gone?
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I've got it.
Yeah.
I've got it. I ain't doing it on this though.
Got it on you at all times. Yeah.
Yeah, but stay strapped
on. You never know. We're gonna have to back it out on a man. Where the fuck is? Oh, there it is. Right. There she is. Look at her. There she is.
Yeah, there you go, mate. Wait, what? Wait, why? What?
So whack it out on a Woodgate. Hello, Woody.
Mate, there's no way you're able to do one of them.
Hello, Woody.
No way. Yeah.
That'd be fucking horrible. But guys, before we get into any beverages, a little disclaimer. So this podcast is solely for entertainment purposes. We do not advocate the overconsumption or abuse of alcohol, and we certainly do not promote binge drinking. All guests have the choice whether they wish to consume alcohol or not, and it's their responsibility to drink responsibly. Is you rocking back and forth? You just like, when kids are on the edge of their seats,
like, my beer. Yeah,
doing that thing that kids do. Right,
yeah,
go on, mate. I ain't gonna stop you. What's the beer of choice?
We have got the Vault City Classic Neapolitan Ice Cream.
Nice. That does sound nice.
4.1% number.
Nice.
And shout out Vault City for this, right? They've obviously watched our beer reviews because they've now put a
ratings.
Sour scale on the side of it. Yeah, they've now got a sour scale. Yes, they are. Yeah, I'm going to crack this show, man.
Right, well, we've got the Woodgate Original Cider made in Somerset. No artificial flavours, sweeteners or colours. 4.5.
Mate, it smells unreal. Mate, it smells unreal.
Crack that open. Yeah, same. Not in the other way. Go on. Initial thoughts.
Oh, and then. Oh.
You got a little tasty one. Yeah, I've got a pint glass that we.
Yeah, we're not the same, man. We're built different.
Look at that, mate.
She's a colourful little number.
Is it a creamy one? Yeah.
Still.
Creamy one. Still.
Chin. All the chins. No, mate. Don't worry, mate. It's fine. I didn't want to drink this anyway. I didn't want to cheers it with you. Don't worry, man. No, man. Don't worry, bro. Don't worry, man.
We're getting the rest out, man. How can you cheers, man, when I'm not finished? All right, cheers.
Chin.
Look how appetizing it is. It just does not look appetizing whatsoever.
Mate, that is unbelievable.
Yeah, that's all right. Cider. Yeah.
It tastes like Neapolitan ice cream.
So, in terms of the numbers that they've put on the side with the sourness and stuff, would you say
It's correct.
Yeah,
Absolutely correct. Yeah. It's not sour at all. It's like it is.
What did they rate it? Like they put it as an actual. They put it as a 1.
Yeah.
Is that the only? Is that the only scale they've got? Have they got like any other scales?
Yeah. No. It's literally just the sour scale. Our favourite flavors from ice creams are the inspiration for our latest dessert sours. Back in a series of single, double, and triple scoops. Sweet strawberries, rich chocolate, and smooth vanilla combine into a single but generous scoop of soft ice cream for vibrant, fruity flavour and a smooth, luscious mouthfeel. Much like your mum.
I'll give you a smooth, luscious. Was it mouthful? I'll give you some of that. But yeah, guys,
people, Go Fest season. Go Fest season is upon us. Finally here. We're gonna have to put this out like early, right?
Nah.
As in, if you're listening back on Apple Music, Spotify, all that good shit. Yeah, we're gonna have to put this out early, otherwise it's just fucking invalid.
We'll get the turnaround will be 24 hours.
It'll be quick time. 24-hour
entertainment.
Yeah, so the main premise of today, people, basically, me and Tom were too lazy to do our storage, and we were like, oh, why don't we just make some really deadbeat content out of it, and then, we can, chill it out.
We were going to start with how to prepare for Go Fest in general. So you have to bring 10 pairs of boxers, even if you're there for 3 days.
Yeah, in case you shit one, in case you shit yourself, yeah.
Yeah, you need boxers for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Hey, what are you eating in Paris, man?
My boxers, isn't it? That's what I said.
Yeah, crusty, yeah? Crustaceans, that's what we're saying, yeah. Hang on a minute, can we get a VAR check? Is that Joe Lee about to do some extracurricular work? Can we get the...
I don't know, Jeff, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't.
I didn't see it. Oh, red card, Jeff.
Sensational. But, yeah, so we are going to help you sort your shit out. Yeah, we're going to help you sort your shit out while we sort our shit out.
No. Victory Royale on the old pocket.
Yeah, man, victory. Mate, I'm trying to rip some cards in it, you know what I mean? Look at that. Paris 11.
And you got...
Mate, where's yours gone?
There's mine.
Hey, there we go.
Right, apologies, because...
Where the fuck am I?
Josh's is a little fuzzy, because, like, man's just glitching everywhere. That don't look like the usual ends.
Oh, I should be there.
New stops.
I should be over there. Where's he running to?
Don't know. Do you want to rein him in? Where are you running? Oh, he's back. He's back. Yeah, I recognise those stops.
He's back. Yeah. Back in the ends. Back in the hood. Okay. So first and foremost, people, the most obvious.
We have to catch the win pod. It's looking at you.
To deal with your admin. So when we say admin, we're talking about bag space for both mons and items. The most obvious answer is pay to win, and you max your storage out, right? But that gets quite pricey quite quick, to be fair. Have you maxed yours out as well?
So the max is 9,500 for bag and 10,000. Mate, why do you ever need 10,500 mons actively in your storage that you use? You don't. There's definitely some clutter in there. Also, can we appreciate? Go back a sec. Can we appreciate the locations of where we both live / our local? So go back a sec. Like, go off your feet. Look at that, mate. I got fuck all here, mate. What the fuck is this? Mate, some people have it all, right, on their doorstep. Look at you, man.
Oh, what do you mean, man? What do you mean, man? What do you mean? Yeah, so anyway, first things first, you could obviously pay to upgrade, but that does get very, very pricey, very quick. So, maybe wouldn't recommend that. And yeah, so really, your only actual option is to sit down and go through your shit. And I decided to do this on both our accounts because I think we just kind of do admin on two different ways, to be honest.
Yeah, like, you do it, and I don't. That's what happens.
Yeah, basically. There we go. Yeah, so should we start with your storage, like numbers first, Thomas? Let's have a look at.
Okay, we'll go based.
It's on the recent. Wise.
So we have 9,891 out of a possible, which is the max 10,500.
Mate, what? Oh, bro, that's so bad.
And I use every single one for I take turns and put in some in gyms and you know what I mean.
That's so bad. That's so bad. So for anyone who is going to Go Fest, maybe for the first time or been a while, in my kind of experience of in-person events, if you're going for the Friday to Sunday, as in, so you've got one park day and then two city days. To be honest, you kind of need about 3,500 space minimum, in my honest opinion.
Would you say that's someone that plays without an auto catcher, or?
Yeah, for definite.
Yeah,
for definite, because I feel like the auto catcher enables you to raid more, because otherwise you're kind of missing out on a lot, right?
It's just background sort of, it's just background work. It's just a little little guy in the
for
back
definite.
doing all the work, and then you're able to do like the main stuff, like the raids and the
Yeah,
Gmax.
for definite.
Yeah.
And as we know, there's nothing worse than having to do admin like
On the
while
fly.
you're
Yeah.
you know, it's no good. It's no good, you know.
No.
So you know, obviously how people do admin is different. You know, if you do PvP, then you know, fucking good luck to you, because that's a fucking long fucking bit of admin. Hang on, what's my admin looking like? Mine's not too bad, but it's nowhere near where it should be. So I'm sitting on 8,463
out of a possible 10,500.
Yeah, which to be honest is not enough. Like it's just not enough, you know.
Nah.
Thomas, take over. I'm going to quickly find this PvP search string real quick, because it could be helpful for the people. Yeah, good talk.
No, I was waiting for you to find it. Look, my guy's just spinning.
Hey, I just said to you, take over while I find it, you pussy-hole.
You didn't say it. Oh, you cut off. I don't want to cut you off. Listen, are you going to catch that Eevee? That's like your daily spawn. It's chilling. But guys, they announced Eevee Community Day, Com Day weekend. We're buzzing for some more bunnies. And they've also put like a poll out for like the upcoming...
what a G, man.
They put a poll out for the upcoming like Community Day in August. So I think it was between like Wimpod, Rookedy, LeChonk, and who's the other cunt? Oh, Frillish. So yeah, I wonder which one people can. I reckon people will go Wimpod. To be honest, I'd prefer Wimpod. But yeah.
You crazy.
Well, I prefer Wimpod over Frillish.
Yeah, crazy. Okay, right. So let's start off with PvP. So this isn't so much for me, because I really don't care that much, but some of you might. And 3 to 4 HP. So this search string will basically. It's not 100% accurate, so people do need to remember that.
Why would you do, out of interest, why would you do 3 to 4 on the HP in defense?
Mate, what the fuck was that noise?
Don't worry about it. It's one of my fucking alerts, because Telker on Max subscribed at tier 1, 11-month streak. Big up. Yeah, I forgot that when they resub, it has a fucking, he's done it.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. So basically, people, you know, if for some reason you are unaware, in most cases for PvP, you're looking for low attack, high defense, high HP. So this search string is going to filter everything out within this. It's not exactly, obviously, like I say, it's not 100% accurate, but you're going to filter through a lot of stuff, you know, fairly fucking quick, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's pretty decent. So obviously, you know, this is a bit extra, but, you know, if you have Pokegenie installed,
I've just got it now. So the 0 to 1 isn't the actual IV. It's like, in terms of like, if it's 0 star, 1 star. Okay, I get it now. I get it. Because 4 would just mean it's perfect in terms of the HP and defense. Okay. So, see, I've never searched string like that. This is why this is good. I'm learning.
Wait, have you not? You've not seen that before?
No, I don't tend to. I don't search string like that specifically. Mine's more like mass clearance.
Yeah, of course. But, you know, I'm saying, you know, in terms of, you know, purely for PvP, you know, it's a quick check that, you know, you're going to filter out most of the shit, basically, that isn't PvP viable, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just using Pokegenie here. For anyone who doesn't know, for whatever reason, what the fuck are you doing? Pokegenie is a free add-on that you can download, install, goes to your keyboard. You take screenshots, it pre-ranks them, sets it up like that for you, which is really helpful. But yeah, so that's PvP pretty much done. We're not going to go into like fucking like IVs and shit.
You don't want to go into breakpoints and that, no?
Fuck no. Okay, no. So Thomas, you got any tips before we go in? Because I know I've got one that makes doing admin significantly easier than it.
So in general, when I try and do admin, obviously I'll try and catch everything, and then I always have to I look at like the upcoming. I think a big one for trainers is longevity. You look at the upcoming spotlight hours and bonuses. Let's say, for instance, so what are we on? We're on Wednesday at the minute. So we had spotlight hour yesterday. So I need to look at what the spotlight hour is. Like the spotlight hour for next week, I believe, is like catch candy. Not really useful.
Yeah.
But when you come back after
Yeah.
Paris, it's
transfer.
It's transfer. So stuff like that. So realistically, if you've got the space and you're able to hold on to stuff until then do it. But if not, just get rid of it before the 2 times transfer because you're going to catch a lot. What?
Mate, we're doing an admin storage guide, and you're like, yeah. Like, look, if you've got the space, like, keep that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, bro, just keep it.
Yeah, just keep it all. No, in all seriousness, like, just look at the upcoming spotlight hours because if you're, say, like, if it's obviously been a while since there's been a 2 times storage, we'll just say hypothetically take this month out of the equation. If it's been a while since there's been a 2 times, bin stuff, then it's probably not worth holding on to. You might as well just get rid of it. And for some things, it's like you can get a chance of getting an XL, so it's okay. It's not too bad. But I think just maybe prioritizing like stuff that's quite exclusive and rare. So like maybe keeping some of your Tinker Tinks or whatever for to potentially mirror them and low level friendship and stuff like that. But stuff like fucking Whoopers and shit, you could probably bin those. But again, I always see it as, for some people, they're like, oh, wait, why? And then you have to explain why. But for some people, what's one man's trash is someone else's treasure. So it is very hard. These are just sort of the way that I do it. I tend to just focus on getting loads of fucking space. In terms of the PvP IVs, I'll do it. I think you mentioned it to me before off stream. Like, if there's an event, let's say community day, and then I'll rattle through it all afterwards. And the good thing about the community days are you don't have to do it like, before 10 p.m. on the night. They give you like a week now, which I think is quite good because they encourage you to obviously, do trades with your locals and maybe try and get a more optimal IV for whatever it is you want for raids, for PvP, for gyms, whatever. And then, at least you still have a week to get the legacy move. So, yeah. And that's basically how I do it.
Okay, so Thomas has already missed the first key point. That it's not really new, but it's super helpful for admin. Tags. Make your tags, people. It will make your life a million fucking times easier. Tags are a game changer, man. Absolute game changer. So for anyone who for some reason isn't aware, I'll quickly run through it. So for example, I have a tag here called Best Buddy. All the Pokemon I've Best Buddied. You can see I have 151 Pokemon in here. So if I go into my actual storage and type in Best Buddy, it'll bring all of them up.
What's the normal? So what's the other, like the general one that you type in game to get Best Buddy?
Well, for buddies, it's Buddy 5. Oh no, they've actually changed it now.
Is it Buddy 4?
Wait, no, I think my game's just not. No, it's Buddy 5. Definitely Buddy 5, but for some reason mine's not showing any.
Yeah, mine shows Buddy 5.
Yeah, I don't know why mine's not. But, so then basically, what you can do is you do exclamation mark. So in my case, it's Best Buddy, and as you can see from the top there, it's taken off 151. So, setting up your tags will take some time, but in the long run, it's so fucking worth it. So worth it. I'd say I have more tags than the sort of average player. If I was to honestly just give you any kind of advice, I would. The main ones you want a Great League tag, an Ultra League tag, a Master League tag, and honestly, a trade tag. I would say those are the 4 like absolute basis,
and then
basic necessities.
Anything else is like obviously for perfect IV stuff you could type in 4-star, but I know like I have a hundo tag just so I can type, and I'll probably still type in 4-star, but just so you could because some of it is not all about management as well. Some of it's just nice. It's nice to see how many hundos you have. Like it'll just have the number there without having to search it, and then some stuff it's like. Like shinies, for instance, I have a shinies tag, but you can type in shiny. But, I think a lot of my stuff I set up before, before I was properly sorting out my account.
Yeah, it definitely takes it definitely takes like a lot of time to set up the tags properly in a more sort of like efficient way. But I promise you, down the line, it will make admin so much less fucking stressful, so much less stressful. Because from there, what you do with the tags is you then build a search string, which will then filter out stuff that you've already tagged. And so the way that I see it, stuff that is already tagged is, basically you've already sorted it. You don't have to worry about it, unless you're doing like a proper like deep dive. So, oh yeah, Tom's done the same thing as me. So yeah. So my tag looks like it. It does need updating, but and then all you do is you can just copy.
I think mine's good. The only thing with like, I always felt a good search string, like you said, you just have to keep on top of it and keep tagging the stuff, because obviously if you don't tag the stuff, you're not going to be able to filter it out. So it's obviously just keeping on top of the tagging, and then you don't need to keep updating your search string with like every little thing. So like mine, if I type mine in, it leaves me with 1,897 things that aren't tagged. Which isn't.
Wait, why is yours that fucking low? You should have way more to tag than that. What the fuck, Thomas?
No, but
show me your tags.
No, but that's right. Some of it, like I said, I haven't tagged for a little while, so some of it I need to go back through.
No. But look, right. Compare mine to yours.
The actual search string.
If I put my string in, there's 3,723 months for me to go through. So how is yours?
Right, because this is sort of like the main thing I use, but I'll obviously have to go back and do, because I've not filtered out all the legendaries and mythicals. Yeah, I should probably just get rid of the mythicals, but like the legendaries and stuff, some of them I'm saving to do like special trades with and stuff. So when it gets to like the day before like Paris, like anything I've not traded I'll bin, but I'm working on getting rid of the sort of low priority mons that I just catch every day, and then I'll work on the legendaries. It's sort of like a 2-part thing. So like I keep the legendaries and stuff there. And like I've got stuff on a tag that I've filtered out that's on a 2x transfer tag. So just for context, on the 2x transfer tag, which I'll probably get rid of stuff before Paris, I've got about 1,600 stuff on that tag.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah, so I could just get rid of that, and then that's a load of space. But it's there for now because obviously they let us expand our storage, and obviously we'd seen it expand rather than bid, wouldn't we? But no, when it comes up to like maybe a few days before, then that's when like it'll be like mass. It'll be literally like fucking what's my man Thanos. It'll be like right, everything just needs to go now. Half of it needs to go. We can't be keeping unnecessary clutter.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So I'd say the one thing that I maybe do different to you is I keep my legendaries in the tag because I transfer a lot of them anyway.
Yeah, I have a specials. I have a specials tag. To be fair, a special tag. So these are all stuff that I can special trade. There's 725 on there, but it's
mate. You see that, mate? That's such a. You are never ever doing 725 special trades ever. Never. It's not happening. It's not happening at all. I promise you, it's not. Right?
I'll get rid of some of it. Look.
People, listen. Right? Don't be like Thomas. Right?
I blame you. It's all your raid trains, man. Look at all this. I wouldn't have all this shit if it weren't for the raid trains. Look, man. The bad stuff.
There is honestly, there's no need to keep all that shit at all. Literally none. But obviously, we do play differently to. I'd say like the vast majority of players.
When you filter stuff down, are you doing it on recently caught?
Yeah.
So I do mine when I have my main like big tag
numbered.
I do mine by numbered because then
Mate, that's psycho.
That's not psycho because then I know like
psycho.
No, because it helps me tag stuff, and I can put stuff in. Like if I let's say I want to mass trade, let's just say Bulbasaur for some reason. If I want to mass trade Bulbasaurs, I can see all the Bulbasaurs I've got, and then I'll go in order, and I can see if I've got like lot. Go on.
Yeah, but then would you not just type in? Would you not just type in Bulbasaur and exclamation mark traded?
Yeah, no, I could, but at least when I go through this way, it shows me like I can just go down consecutively, and I'm like, right, if I want to leave it for a day, right, I've done Kanto, I'll do Johto tomorrow. So, like, for me, it helps me. I go by region. If I do by recently caught, I won't remember where I've got to. Whereas if I do it by dex entry or number,
Ah, you see, you see, so this is where me and Thomas also differ. Like, if I'm doing admin, I do it all at once, like straight up. So, because there's a certain level that I go down to where I leave stuff, and that's where I know, like,
yeah.
that just for me, that's kind of like the level of where I want to be, basically.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Max mentioned it in the chat. Like, my shit needs a deep clean, right? So that's why I go by region, because it's like, listen, we can't travel to the Johto region with all this Kanto region in our thing, like, or weigh the boat down or whatever. We can't get there. So in order to get to one place, we have to finish, here, and then we, move on to the next place. But in terms of like normal cleaning and stuff like that, a lot of the time, if I do age 0 to maybe 7, if I want a week's worth, and then 0 star, fob off all the 0 stars. But if I want to get like a quick 100, 200, or whatever, 300 space. But if it's like a deep clean, which my account was okay for ages, and then I just didn't trade for a few days, and then like there was fucking there was community day, mate. There's still fucking. Oh, okay, I'm down to 777 Machops, but yeah, there's stuff there that can like it can just go now. Like, it doesn't matter if it goes now or the day before. I just need to get back on it, and obviously just fucking deep clean and stuff. But it could easily take like a couple hours.
Oh yeah, it can. Sorry, I am actually doing admin. While we're here. The one thing that I guess is awkward for everyone to do is the shinies. To admin shinies is a fucking ball ache.
You fucking people thought, I thought you would have more shinies. I'm like, yeah, and I just refer back to last year's episode, or around last year of Madrid, where between you and Joe, like, I fucking killed like 70 odd shiny gibbles. Like, they all went in the meat grinder.
Yeah,
but it's got to be done though.
Shinies are fucking awkward. So I've seen a lot of people in live chat say about region. I only do regions for shinies.
Really?
Right, and the reason why I do it is because I can then compare the IV of that certain mon, and then just work down from there. Because I don't really keep a lot of shinies.
You know what's good? You know what's good now? Just to interject, like, they've updated the Pokédex, and you know how a lot of people sort of create their own shiny living decks either through like a spreadsheet or through their tags and stuff. That's on, like, it's basically that's on your fucking Pokédex. I don't know if it's shiny living decks, but if you've owned the shiny, it's on there. So for a lot of people, in terms of organization, if they've had a shiny whatever, they've owned it, so they might not give a shit about fobbing it off. But again, like I said, if they are shiny living decks fanatics, then they'll keep it. And then there's also stuff like we haven't even mentioned, like Pokemon Home, which for some people they'll use that, so they can keep the shiny instead of. But me personally, I don't dabble in the old Home. It's not. It's not.
To be honest, I always forget Pokemon Home exists.
I do as well. It's
genuinely,
so relevant.
I really, I just completely forget it exists. I actually think I've still got stuff that I need to accept over there, because, to be honest, if I'm doing admin of shinies, mainly like Com Day stuff, like, to be honest, that there are times where I'll remember and I will just transfer like 5 shinies over there.
Wait,
like,
am I supposed to be getting rid of stuff as well?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Oh no! We were talking it, but I thought you were just tagging a few things for like a demonstration, but you tagged like 1,000 things, and I just haven't tagged anything. So
no, man,
this is the problem. This is the problem. Oh shit!
No, you see, because the problem is we're gonna have to do this again next week as well.
Oh yes, do it all over again. Man, I feel like I'm gonna have to do this every day, but like when it's a Com Day as well. Like, especially because a lot of the time, Com days, obviously, they finish at 5. And if I start work at 6, no shot, I don't even have time to IV check, let alone, like, do any of that, which is why I'm glad that they've extended it by an hour. The only time I get to IV check is when I need to evolve for the research, and then I'll just evolve whatever good one I have at the time. Go on, sorry.
Sorry, the connection's dropping out. Max, if you're still in live chat, will you send the link to that PvP IV website, please? Because Thomas talking about it just reminded me. So there is a website that my good friend Max sent me fucking ages ago now. Fucking ages and ages ago. Okay, cool. Done.
I use this.
And
I
what
use
it'll
this
do
app
it.
to be fair. It's called PvPIV. Where's it gone? It's not bad. Yeah, and you can type in like a 0, 15, 15. What was I looking at? Mudsdale. And you can just look at that. But you can. The thing is, there's like.
Shit, I think it's blocked out. Yeah.
It's free, but it's Oh, I probably did. Right, Max. Send it on Discord or on Telegram. I probably have the thing set up so people can't send links. And if it comes up and it lets him do it, then please someone allow it. But if not, just send it on Discord. But I use PvP. I just use PvPIV. It's a bit more hands-on, as in like I'll do it with like individual things, but that's why a lot of the time I'll do it by dex number. If I'm doing a mass clear out, so I'm like, right, let's say for example, I can go through all of my fucking Pidgeys and see which ranks are good, and then I'm like, I'm done with Pidgey. Pidgey's crossed off the list, and I move down to the other one. I mean, this app you can pay. I don't. I think I used to, but I didn't care. But you can pay extra, and it gives you like if you go on here, like if you subscribe to PvPIV Pro, it gives you like extra like insight and info and stuff on matchups. But then I didn't really. The thing is, I paid for it once, and then I forgot to like fucking cancel the subscription. So then I was paying for it for a while, and for ages I just thought it was my Apple storage because it was the same price, and then I realised it was this fucking app. So I fucking I unsubscribed from that straight away. So what's this? This looks interesting.
So this website Max sent me fucking ages ago. As you can see on the screen, Ivy for you. What's the next com day?
So the next community day is Jangmo, yeah.
Jangmo, right?
Yeah.
What's the final evolution of it? Como, right?
Como, yeah, because I haven't got one.
Yeah, so on here, so I only really use it for com days because it's just convenient. Yeah. So from here, literally, you search the mon you want, click on PvPIVs, click what league you want, and then you can just tap the either of the search strings, go back into your game, and then it will literally just filter it all down completely. Obviously, I don't have any for that, that fall into that category, but it's fucking great, and I use it all the time. Look, so it instantly picks it up from the filter instantly. It's a brilliant fucking website. Brilliant. It basically does all the fucking hard work for you. It's really, really good. Definitely recommend. And yeah, it can definitely help with admin. If you especially after a com day, because mate, who wants to hold on to like 1,000 like Machops? Like, you, obviously you. But,
I'm thinking free trade after it's a Machoke, free evolve XP.
yeah. In fact, go on, mate. You might as well talk about that. And
all right, so this is what I was trying to say earlier. I remember where I was going with it now. So with the spotlight hours and stuff, so you've got 2 times evolve. XP is one of the bonuses, and we had an event recently where it wasn't, and it was there for a week, and then it was gone for a bit, and then it was there for like a few days. But typically, the event bonus is quite rare, so maybe once a month on a spotlight hour, when you evolve stuff, it's double the XP. So obviously, you don't just want to evolve. Like for some people, they might just evolve stuff like whatever because they might not collect it, but. So stuff like Grimer, if you evolve all those, you'll have no normal candy for it, and you might get to a point where you need the normal candy. So what you can do instead, if it's something like a Machop Com Day, a Carablast Shelmet Com Day that they've had in the past, re-roll them, because you might not only get a good IV one, you also get XLs from when it was the bonus, and you could get guaranteed XLs from trading regardless of the distance. That bonus is gone now, so if it's just someone from maybe out of town, different area, and it's further enough to get the distance, you can get the distance.
Like a Go Fest.
Man, like a Go Fest, yeah, this is why these events are great, because you meet people not only fucking all over Europe, but there are people like maybe from other side of the world that will come to this Go Fest. So if you want to up your pilot medal, you can do that. But in terms of the free evolve specifically, You do so like Carablast and Shelmets are good ones because, you know, unlike Machop and Ghastly, where you have to probably spend the 25 to get them into Haunter and Machoke first, Shelmet and Carablast, it's straight. Once you've traded them, that's it, 0. So you're not spending anything. It's free XP. So if you're someone that needs the XP or just likes grinding the XP, then it's definitely, that's what I did for ages. I was getting everyone that could and, you know, would to save Carablast and Shelmets for me because, you know, obviously you get the candy from trading, you get the free XP, and, you know, save them for a fucking... The best way to do it ideally is you save them for the 2 times evolve, you've done it, and then if you see that it's 2 times transfer the next week, then that's when they all go. And that's when they all did. The amount of Machamps and, you know, Escavaliers and all that went on 2 times transfer, you know, fucking unholy amount I was hoarding. But
Yeah.
what were you been in there? Just some Reggie Gigas?
Yeah. Just shit I don't need, man. Like,
I guess Shadow Shinies are one of those things where it's like, you know, you can't trade them. Even if they're shiny, they're still useless to you. Yeah.
You know, Max needs to clear 5/7. Mate, you see, I don't know why people hold on to so much. I mean, my storage is bad, but to be honest, like, quite a lot of the admin can be made a lot easier if you have someone to trade with, because trading it takes a good chunk. Like, it takes like 100 space a day.
Yeah, it could take 101 if you do your special first, if there's more special trades to do. Yeah, but like around the ballpark of 100. Yeah. So if you do a week's worth of trades, that's 700 spaces you can make for yourself if you're just hoarding crap, but in your mind that you want to keep it to trade. So do you have any specific rules, Josh, regarding Gigantamax? Like Gigantamax and stuff. Because obviously they're special trades, whereas Dynamax aren't. So obviously you can re-roll Dynamax easily.
Yeah. Well, you've just seen I've just got rid of a load. Yeah. I tend to not keep a lot, to be honest. Like, it really, really depends. I mean, for me, it depends. If you get a good IV one.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Gmaxes are, you know, a kind of once a month. Normally, I should specify.
Yeah.
You know, you're only going to be able to get a set amount of them.
Yeah.
So, you know, you kind of need to be a bit more picky. People are a bit more sort of open to, like, trading them as like a special trade.
I was going to say, do you have many locals that ask you to hold on to any for you?
Yeah.
Or... Do you?
Yeah. But then I transfer a lot. So like Machamp, for example, I've just got rid of a load there. Like, because realistically, and I would die on this bridge, and you know it's the same for yourself, right? You got a special trade tag. You are realistically never ever going to empty that tag ever. It's not going to happen. So there's no point in it clogging up your storage. Is the way that I see it personally.
Yeah.
There's just no fucking point. There's no point. You're holding on to space for literally nothing.
Yeah.
Actually gonna get
the G-Max especially, it's like they're normal Pokemon. It's like it's Rillaboom that hasn't got Frenzy Plant yet because it's not in the game, and people are like, oh, why isn't it shiny? Because Grookey's not had a com day yet, and are they ever gonna? You can't release a shiny of the final form before, you know, you've released you know, fucking start a com day shiny debut. It just ain't happening. But you know, trying to explain that to people is actually more difficult than you'd think. But yeah, in terms of the specials and stuff like that, most of them, like most of my tags are set up in a way that, right, the 2 times bin stuff, that could all go today and I wouldn't miss it. I was sort of waiting for them to announce the spotlight hours, see when the 2 times transfer was, and obviously they've done it after Go Fest. So I'm like, right, I'm going to collect a lot of stuff from Paris that I'm probably going to want to bin afterwards, or if I haven't traded it off while I'm there. So yeah, all the stuff on the 2 times bin can go. And I think generally having tags like those extra tags for like 2 times transfer, 2 times evolve. I'm trying to think. There's no really other spotlight hour bonus that you'd need a tag for. Like, I mean, you've got 2 times dust, 2 times catch candy, but that's all stuff on the map. What other Spotlight Hour bonuses are there? 2 times catch dust, 2 times catch candy, 2 times catch XP. They're all map stuff. Storage stuff more is 2 times transfer, 2 times evolve.
That's it.
Is that it? Just 5?
Yeah, that's about it, right? That's it, no?
Yeah, I mean, if we're missing one, anyone can figure it out. Then do let us know. But yeah, they're the main ones anyway. So obviously, you only really get in a normal month. You'll get 4 Tuesdays. You might be lucky, depending on the month and how it falls. You might be able to get 5 Spotlight Hours in a month. But realistically, like you're only going to get 4. So one of them isn't. It's not going to be like every month, maybe for some of them. So it's obviously about keeping up to date with the upcoming events.
For me, this is the shit I struggle with.
The event stuff, that's what I was going to get to, the event stuff.
See, these are difficult because ideally, you want to mirror them, but then you have to find people, to mirror them, but then it's like, do you keep them for lucky trades because people could ask for them? It's fucking awkward. Like, if we use Pikachu, as a prime example here, like, I mean,
there's a lot of there's been a lot of costume peekers in the game. I think they had when we were at Madrid, they asked us a question about how many costume peekers, and then we said what we thought it was, and they said no, it's only this. And I think everyone around them corrected the woman, was like, yeah, there's way more costume peekers than you've just said, but I don't think they were including like some of it. It was a weird trick question, but in terms of like you mentioned about saving them for lucky trades and stuff. That leads me on to what I was going to ask next. In terms of like guaranteeing lucky trades, do you deliberately keep all of the older stuff, like the?
No. Nope.
It goes.
It's no good to me. Yeah. It's all gone, mate. But stuff like these Pikachu's, like realistically, I should just fucking transfer them because I realistically want to mirror them or lucky trade them, but then they're just not high up on people's priorities list when like shiny legendaries are about.
Not everyone's a little Pika collector, which is a shame. We should all be, because Pika's cool, but I get it.
Pika is cool. Like, I mean, I've just got so fucking many, and then you had this other one as well from India. Like, it's all just shit in it. It's just clutter.
What's annoying is when you've got lucky stuff, you can't mass transfer it as well, which is annoying as fuck.
Yeah, you got to do one. But like in my actual costumes, I've got 673 mons that are costumed. I need to go through them.
I only have 203. I've been quite good with it. And like, I'm looking at some of my costumes down here. Some of them are like, these are generally like unique shinies and stuff. I mean, that's a great league. He looks cool. From 2020. Look at him go, mate. Ash Hat Raichu with
I'm just wondering why I now have so fucking many. These fuckers can go.
This was upsetting because this was my only Hundo Curlea and it's got a fucking hat on. Yeah, we're just looking through our stuff rather than binning. Maybe we should get to binning as well. I mean, a lot of it. What about? Oh, that just reminds me. Looking at one thing. What are you like with keeping extra large and extra small? Because I know people obviously keep that extra large for showcase. People might keep the extra small in a hope that they do extra small showcases.
So this is something that I've really hoped Scopely do with the game. Just let us sort by the biggest mons, please, because doing this is a fucking ball ache. Like, so generally speaking, I don't keep loads of them, but I say that I got fucking loads of them.
I've got 407.
I always try and the thing that I always try to look out for.
I just have a tag for them. So if I type in XXL and then I type in showcase, it should be the same, but it might not be. Oh no, I'm missing some stuff. So was it XXL, select all, and then now it's down to showcase. Where is it? There we go. That's my bit of admin for the day. Does size matter? Is someone asking in the chat? No.
But yeah, so I always try and look out for. So on the right hand side of the Mankey, you can see that XXL is in yellow / gold. That means it's the biggest one.
It's good.
So I always try and keep them and then get rid of the rest.
Yeah. I should probably do that because I'm quite bad for, like, as you've just seen, going XXL, showcase, bang, all of them. I don't need like fucking 4 or 5 XXL Rookies. There's only 3 showcases you can enter at a time. I keep the 3 biggest ones,
well,
and then eventually,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, this is it. But then this is the update that we need, where we can actually see like the score of them in the menu. So then that way you can just
without having to put it on a showcase. Yeah,
because that is quite fucking annoying to do. To be fair.
Yeah. Because sometimes I want to see how big mine is by putting it on a showcase, but sometimes I don't want to put on a showcase, so I can't. Like, it's frustrating.
So then, with XXS, I just get rid of them. They're pointless. I don't fucking need them. Don't even get nothing.
I'm sure if they introduce it into the game where you can the smallest one wins a showcase, I'm sure, like...
I mean, I hope not. I fucking hope not.
There'll be people that obviously have saved, and, you know, good for you. It's rewarding to, if you're able to, it's rewarding to keep that stuff, you know, the longevity of it, it's rewarding. But at the same time, like, you know, you shouldn't fucking put yourself out by not having the storage space for a feature that might never fucking happen. So yeah, realistically, I would get rid of anything that's not XXL, get rid of it. Or, you know, say like if you've got 3 of them, you don't need more than 3, because you can only do 3 showcases at a time. They're not going to change that, at least.
No, fucking hell, definitely not. See, like, I've got so much shit that's fallen through like the cracks just to actually sit down and go through, because this is where the vast majority of my clutter come from. Like shit like this, like why the fuck am I holding on to these?
The Delphoxes, because you really want to use Braxton in Great League.
I mean, why is that favoured?
Salandit? I don't know.
God, Thomas, get to the admin.
I'm trying. It ain't letting me. Look, I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Oh, I've got some stuff. I've got some stuff to catch. One sec.
I evolved the XXS and XXL before transferring the ones I don't need, because those evolved count towards the medals. There you go. Top tip from Mijo Max.
Where's my XXL medal? Yeah, don't need it, mate. Sorry, I've already got the plats. Yeah, I appreciate your work. Completed it, but.
I mean, to be fair, if the TL40 boards were still around, I probably would be doing that.
Oh, what? That's where you basically like fucking compete with all your badges and stuff, like who's got the biggest idol, who's got the biggest pilot. Yeah,
man, the good old days they were, man.
I know we said about storage, but I'm sort of just gonna throw a curveball. It's not about storage at all. It's not about... Well, I was going to go on to bag space, but that wasn't what I was going to say. Friends list. Is there any sort of friends list prep you do in the lead up to a Go Fest or a big event?
It's so hard to do, man. It's so hard to do. My general rule of thumb... Because it's so fucking hard to track friends list, right?
Yep.
So...
What did you do?
Shit.
Come back!
Nothing.
Come back. He's split in 2.
There we should work. Does that work?
So I might have to go on Discord and watch you again. But yeah, is there like a certain number in terms of friends you aim to go into an event with? Like you keep a certain amount of spaces?
No. So what am I now? I'm at 444. But generally speaking, in terms of admin friends list,
443.
If I kind of suspect, if I kind of suspect someone's not opening, we're not interacting, I will open their gifts, and if I see last caught 2+ days ago, I just remove them.
Gone, yeah.
There and then I just.
Fair enough. That's just a normal rule of thumb thing. They're not a specific event like Go Fest thing.
Yeah. No, because generally speaking, in terms of, especially for a global Go Fest, I feel like you kind of want a full friends list, right? For like the raids.
This is what I was going to say. You want as many. You want to, it's a numbers game, obviously, with raids. You want to increase the likelihood that someone's going to send you a raid. And listen, if you got 443 or 450, it's probably not going to change. But like you said, you want to keep as many as possible. But I was just wondering if in the build up, like you're one of them, like if you want to keep an X amount of space here, so you can go there with the intention of maybe adding new friends, low level trades or anything. I just didn't know if you thought about anything like that in the build up.
No, no. For me, friends list, no, not so much. To be honest, not so much. Yeah, it's just I don't know. Friends list is just a bit. I feel like friends list is very, very like personalized. I don't feel like there's a general sort of
Yeah.
scale. So like, for example, like there are people on my friends list that like I've not interacted with in fucking ages, but like maybe I've had like a memorable time, sort of like
This is
meeting them,
this is
stuff
what
like
I
that. That
try and
I can't.
explain to my locals when they're like, I've deleted this person. And my first question's always like, I don't ask why because I don't actually care why. My rule of thumb for friends list: if I delete you, it's not personal. So if you delete me, I don't take it personal because I can't
Yeah,
obviously have my cake and eat it. But I say like, oh, delete this person. We're best friends. They've not interacted for a few days. I'm like, how many friends do you have? That's always my first question. How many friends do you have? If you say anything less than 450, I ask why. They're like, oh, not interacting. I'm like, right, okay. But usually the answer is they say, oh, they've got 200 friends or something, 250. I'm like, why have you deleted them? It's like, oh, they're not interacting. I'm like, okay, but you don't need, by the look sounds of it, you don't need that friend space. They could invite you to a
yeah,
raid one day that could get you a hundo. They could, they might not interact 6 out of 7 times in a week. But on
yeah.
the Sunday, they interact and you go lucky. Like, I don't understand. Like so many people are so cutthroat with
Ah, you
friends
see,
list.
see.
Is that you one of
This is
them?
yeah, because I don't care about lucky trades. I don't
Oh, I don't
because
either. Yeah.
I don't care for lucky trades, and the reason why I don't care for lucky trades is actually in-person events. They're probably my least favorite part of in-person events. It's fucking lucky trades because, to be fair, to be fair, yeah, this is kind of admin as well.
It is.
It
Yeah.
can it's on topic, right? Because you then end up right organizing like a day where you're going to trade with someone, right? And I am willing to put out there that at least I would say 75% of the time they're either fucking late or will change plans last minute, right? And
Shit.
there's nothing fucking worse, right? So like for me personally, obviously this won't apply to Thomas because we know Thomas's timekeeping is horrific, right? I like to be places early, right? Right. I don't like to be on time. I like to be there early, right? So then it then just becomes a fucking headache, right? When you stood around, you waiting, especially in like,
A foreign
like
country or somewhere. Yeah.
yeah, like we'll use Madrid as an example. I had a lucky trade with someone planned. Bear in mind, in Madrid it was like what, like
I,
35 degrees or like
I
something.
remember
Like, it was
this.
fucking hot,
I
right?
remember this lucky
Yeah,
trade. Yeah. Vaguely.
it was fucking hot. It was
Yeah.
fucking hot, and I've stood there waiting, and I messaged them, right. So I messaged them like as soon as I get there. I'm like, right, I'm here now. Like, see you soon,
Yeah.
right? And then because of how Pokemon players are tuned in, right, they're always on their phone, but they never fucking answer their phone, right?
Because they're
So
always
then
on
you end
that.
up
They're
just
always
sat
on their.
there,
They're always on their game. And there's a difference. Yeah.
yeah, and it's just fucking annoying. So my advice for that, which to be fair, I think we're looking to do for Paris, is either A, make sure you've got your lucky trades locked in
Mate, I'm buzzing. I've got
early.
mine. I've got mine with fucking Dodie. He's like the only bloke that's later than me.
Yeah,
Like, we're
um,
both just gonna not
uh,
be there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Lock them in beforehand, or keep an eye on social media. So I know we did it in Milan, but myself, Barside, and Jerome are looking to trade meet up. I think Saturday and Sunday at a park somewhere in Paris, and because it works for us because we kind of have like a similar sort of friends list anyway,
Yeah.
and then because of that, in turn, they kind of have like the people who come to do lucky trades kind of have similar friends list, and then you can just do trades there.
Yeah.
So yeah, going to some kind of like trade gathering is probably your best answer to get shit done
Rather than
like efficiently. Because, like,
going around like them people that go around with their little signs and be like, "I'm looking for this."
yeah. You see, that's different. To be fair, like, to be fair, you kind of respect because they're not wasting their own time, right?
No.
Like if someone notices it, like they're gonna.
They're not trying to.
But,
They're
but
not
then,
trying to. They're not trying to sell you nothing that you don't want.
yeah, no, exactly. But then I feel like as well. To be fair, saying that it's probably good to note that in basically every park for every Go Fest, they do have a designated trade area,
Trade
right?
zone. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. But the thing is, I don't. Do I remember one in Madrid?
Well, there was that place near like there's a lot of obviously different habitats, right, and a lot of different things going on,
Dude.
stalls and whatnot, and then there's like tables and like dedicated seating areas is what I was going with. Yeah, man, I don't remember ever seeing a thing or looking at the map and it's saying trade zone. Like obviously there's the little PvP zone where you can get the badge and actually stand on like two little fucking battle things. There's all
Yeah.
that, and then there's all other different fucking. I remember in London there was all sorts of fucking um like different habitats, and it's like right when it was pissing it down with rain, everyone would go through here. Like there was no dedicated trade zone from what I remember, but that's why maybe
No, no. In London, there 100% was.
was it?
100% there was. I know there was. Yeah, yeah, 100%.
I
Yeah,
must have
it
missed
was
it then.
on like it was on the back side of the hill, down to the right, was where that was.
I must have
I
missed
know
it.
that much. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so people just use those kind of things because again, with this kind of admin topic, like you kind of admin in your own time as well. Like
Yeah,
no, like trust me, like especially for the weather forecast for Paris, it's going to be fucking hot.
yeah.
Um, it's going to be hot. You really, really do not
Well,
want to be wandering around
no.
aimlessly
Well,
around Paris during Go Fest in like
administration
30-degree heat.
administration in general isn't just specifically like what you've got storage wise or bag. We haven't even got to bag space really, but like it's not even
No.
just about that. It's like Josh said, like it's just about it's just prior preparation. That's like
Yeah,
whether it's opening gifts from specific people to try and get lucky because they know they're gonna be in Paris, or fucking off a load of people because you're like, right, I want to go there. I want to meet new people, low level friendship trades. Bang, you've got 50 spaces. Whether you fill them up or not, at
yeah.
least you're prepared. And, like, obviously everyone does it differently, and I think personally trading's one of those things, like, I don't know whether they would ever introduce mass trading. Because I think
That's what they do.
for a lot of people, it's just like if you do a lucky trade, one-off trade, it's okay because it's like it's only going to take a minute if that. But yeah, like mass trade on average, 100 trades, depending on the device and how close you are. You can do it in 40 minutes, but it ranges from like on average probably 45 minutes to an hour, depending on like different factors and stuff like that. But no, if you zip for it, you can do it in 40 minutes. But a lot of people maybe just don't even have 40 minutes to spare, so. Or they just might not have people to trade with, which is why obviously going to these in-person events is good. But, like Josh said, you don't want to be waiting around,
No,
doing
it's
trades and stuff.
fucking
If you have
annoying.
everything locked in advance, it's like, right, obviously you're not going to be trading whilst you're in the park and your park slot.
No, cool.
Maybe of an evening, like, right, let's quickly run through 100 trades. Or even if you do like, right, we're going to do 40, I'm going to do 40 with someone else and maybe save 20 and like do them with,
Yeah,
someone else. Like you don't have to do them all in one sitting, but so like everyone, some people, I know myself included, just
yeah,
want to get them out the way so they're done.
yeah. So, see, to be fair, I hate trading. I hate it. It just takes too much time for my liking. I just don't fucking like it. But yeah, I guess should we move on to item bags? Sort of like
Unexpected
last
item
top.
in bagging area.
So, just out of interest, Thomas, how do you set up your bag storage
I've
for
I, I
a
view I
event?
view mine like this, and I know people are like, oh,
Okay,
why do you do?
that's good.
Listen, I'm old. I've always had it like this, so always keep it like this. So in general, I've not really done much of my bag space. So like for instance, if I was to do some stuff now, don't need them. Don't need them. I have max revives and max potions, and you have to think of the items you're gonna get back as well, guys. You could start with. I could bin both. I'm not now because it's a bit too far out.
Why do you have that many max revives?
Oh wait, well we've got some. Where's the golden raz, mate? The golden raz down here. Is it down
You
there?
get
If I
past it.
skipped it, I proper skipped it, and I golden raz. Yeah, I mean that's just not as many as we usually have. But anyway, we'll get to that in a sec. So in terms of like what I leave myself, so you have to think if you're gonna do a lot of raids, you're gonna get a lot of max revives, golden raz, max potions, stuff like that back. So you can get rid of a lot of those things. In terms of like small things, like not even just in the build up to an event. In terms of berries, If you feel like you're going to bin berries, so if I was going to bin these 80 berries, I'd probably look and see what gym I'm in. And then I can get rid of 60 berries at best if there's 6 mons in there, right? So I'll always look to put berries in gyms first before binning them, because if you're gonna bin them, you might as well put them in gyms and get started off from them anyway. Like it's not.
But that's yeah. So to be fair, so yes, as much as I do agree with you, we're talking purely like trying to save time here.
In terms of save time, like you could probably you don't need your raspberries, right? They can go. That's 80 spaces in there. The nanabs can go. They're gone. The pineapples I'm not going to get rid of now because I actually need to, because I do quite like using pineapples for Go Fest and stuff like that. So I kind of need to fathom how many, because I've used a lot of silver pineapples recently, and that's why I barely have any. So I don't want to get rid of the pineapples yet.
So to be fair, like the difference in our bags is crazy. So I would say mine is pretty much set up now, like in terms of Go Fest. So I'm sat at 8266 out of 9,500. The only thing really left is Pokeball.
Yeah.
So I always try to leave myself 50 max, 50 revives, and then normally around 100 max revives. Just because if you're raiding a lot, like
you're gonna get that shit back, yeah.
Like, balls is, it's a fucking no-brainer. We spoke about it already. You're probably catching at least 3,500 moms in a weekend. So,
Yeah.
you need as many fucking.
Well, what we can, right? To be fair, you've got a lot of blue balls. I do not have a lot of blue balls, but I probably need to get some more great balls. Do you find that with the auto catcher, you feel like you have to have more red balls than? But I guess is yours different, or you can use like any balls for it?
Mine was different. I can use any.
I remember back in the day, you had to stack up on red balls.
Yeah. So, but yeah, generally speaking, if you are using an auto catcher, yeah, you want as many fucking red balls as you possibly can.
Yeah.
I've been at in-person events where I've actually had to buy red balls because the auto catcher has just run out of them. And the problem with the auto catcher is it will always prioritize catching over spinning. So even if you've got no Pokeballs left, it won't understand to, hey, well, our Pokeballs, we need to spin the stocks to get them back. It will always just try and catch unless you turn it off.
Yeah.
But berries, I always try and keep 20 Ravs, 20 Nanabs, purely in case there's any special research that requires you to use those kind of berries.
Yeah.
I always try and keep Pinabs, like if there's stuff that I do want candies for. But then I also have silver Pinabs. Golden Raz, I've just used a lot of them. I normally have significantly more. But, at Go Fest, you're going to be raiding a lot. You're going to make them back. I've got my items base ready to go. 43 incense, 146 star pieces, 147 lucky eggs to, set you up.
I need to do a lucky egg drop. I've got 2. I've been using
I've got enough. I've got the rare candy I need to max out the mythical that we're going to get.
Yeah. That's right. What do you in terms of
rare candy XL?
In terms of like rare candy, so obviously you've got the rare candy XL. In terms of rare candy, do you ever do like rare candy dumps regularly? Like how long do you leave it until you dump it into something?
So, to be honest, as soon as I get it, I always just try and stay at like 268.
I just
Go Fest.
To be fair, I just chuck mine to like Zarude all the time just to get rid. I don't know why.
I always put mine on. I always put mine onto QRMs or Dialgas for the adventure effects.
Yeah, fair.
Always.
I didn't really think of that because I don't think I use Roar of Time. I use Spatial Rend a bit, but like I don't think I use adventure effects a lot unless it's like an exceptional event. But I imagine I would for Go Fest, so that's not a bad idea. To be fair, it's the big one.
And then
raid passes.
Yeah, raid passes. So I'm saying at 364 at the minute. What are you on? 988. Jeez, nice. Basically, people, you really can't have enough raid passes. You're going to use them one way or another.
Thing is, I prem pass. I don't know about you. I prem pass my GBL battles as well, just for like rare candy XL chance and.
Oh, I don't. No.
Stardust.
I don't. No. No. Unless it's Master League, I don't.
What about like start of season where you're playing like dingbats?
No. Never.
Fair enough. Yeah.
No. TMs. I always try and stay on 50 of each TM. I don't even know why, because I really don't fucking need that many. It's just a habit that I have.
Yeah, too fair. I'm gonna go down to
I obviously
50
keep
as well.
my elite ones. The evolution items, I always try and just stay on 5 of each, because there's no fucking real reason for them, to be
No.
quite honest.
Stuff like even community days, if it's like you need a Unova stone or a Sinnoh stone, they tend to have like
Yeah,
research and
research
stuff that
one,
gives
yeah.
it. Yeah, and it's like realistically what? Dragon Scale helps you evolve Seedra into Kingdra. What else?
It's like it's so like niche that you just
Man, I probably dropped
there's
down.
no real
I
fucking
probably
need for
I
it.
dropped down to like 3 of each or less. I mean, Sinnoh stones I actually like to keep 5. I don't know why. I think there's just more useful stuff that needs a Sinnoh stone. But
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah, and
Fair.
then the elite fast TMs and stuff. I'm never gonna delete the elite TMs. Like you need those. Like I've got
No.
19, and I don't even know realistically why I have 19 or need 19. It's only if I ever like if I get a T-Tar and it doesn't have like Smackdown, or I'm trying to think what else has a
Yeah.
good relevant legacy fast move.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a fucking shit ton of them. I've got 39 elite fast and 43
Fuck
elite
you
charge.
know, that's a lot charged.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, but I think do you remember there was the glitched box in the shop for a community day where you could just buy multiple of them?
I don't remember.
Do you remember? Man, I just bought fucking loads of them for no reason. Literally fucking loads of them.
Mr.
But
Scamalanche.
yeah. But yeah, that's kind of
Do you do anything? Well, I know we
yeah.
skipped one. It's sort of the most probably insignificant one. Do you ever like stock up on law modules to try and put on the stops?
Not really. Like, but then I feel like law modules are something you don't need to pre-prep on. I think it's very
No.
much spur of the moment. If you're chilling out, on an evening,
Yeah.
after a long
Someone's
day
like,
playing Go Fest.
I'm gonna drop a
Yeah,
magnetic law. Let's try and get some
yeah.
Rookadies, or I drop a fucking Mozzie law. Let's evolve our into
I mean,
Leafeons. Yeah.
to be fair, I probably use my law modules in person events for a complete different reason. I use them to let people know where I am. So obviously, where I host a lot of like
Yeah, yeah. I
socials
thought that's
or
what a
whatever.
lot of people use it for. Like the lore modules are supposed to attract Pokemon, but real talk, they attract the trainers. It's like, hey, Mr. Ab's over there.
Yeah.
See me for
So
money, yeah.
yeah. So I always try and but basically, I always have a law module in some capacity, just so then if I am hosting like a meetup or
Yeah.
whatever, like the law modules do fucking help.
You're not bothered about like farming your picnic or anything. I know like some people are
Oh,
obsessed with that
massive.
shit, but I mean I know you got
I'm
one on
massive.
the London World Stop, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mine's pretty
look at the
stacked.
state of that, mate. I ain't look at that, mate. You versus the guy. Wait, where's mine? You versus the guy she told you not to worry about. Where the fuck's mine? Um, I don't actually know where the badge is. Am I blind? Very much so. Where's the badge? Because I definitely have
On
platinum
the
for
right
it.
side.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's mine. You versus the
Yeah.
guy she told you not to worry about. Look at that, mate.
Sensational.
Sensational.
But yeah, in terms of bag space, that is how my bag is set up
So
for Go
you
Fest.
set it up by item, but do you ever look at? So wait, how many? I can't see because it's quite blurry. But how much like how many free spaces do you keep, or do you literally always manage it down to the item, or do you generally look at your overall bag
Oh,
space?
no. Obviously, I've got room for like another like 1,200 balls.
Yeah,
Um, but
it's a lot of balls, mate.
basically that 1,200 space um, will go purely on Pokeballs. Like anything else, I will just transfer. To be honest, like
Yeah,
because I just don't need them. And balls for Go Fest is obviously the most important thing. Like
yeah. Catching like these
you
Go
know,
Fest events, all
yeah,
about catching. Like with the raids, it's different because you have the premium balls. But in terms of like the habitats, specific event
yeah.
spawns, all like the bonus stuff going on there that you can catch that's only in that place. You need balls, man. You can't run out of balls at Go Fest.
No, you can't.
That's like
No, you
criminal.
can't. Yeah, because like I said, I've done it before where I've then had to buy red balls, and they're fucking spenny to buy, man. They're not cheap in the
Yeah,
item shop to buy.
for what they're worth. Yeah, bog standard balls.
Yeah,
Yeah, mate. I'd rather spend that
yeah,
money
yeah,
elsewhere.
yeah. Long day. But yeah, that's kind of everything covered, right? We've basically set everyone up Go
Pretty
Fest?
much, yeah. 10 boxes for 4-day trip, or however long you're there. Lots of boxes, mate. I'm
Mate, I
telling you.
still can't believe you said that. You bring
Yeah,
extra pants in case you shit yourself.
yeah, and
It's crazy,
and
man.
I dug out Mark for no reason.
Yeah, 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 Paul Mark. But yeah, guys, that's basically like Go Fest prep is done. Yeah, I feel like that's it. We've
I feel
covered
like
everything.
we've covered majority of stuff. There's like a lot of the stuff is very can come across as like very niche. So if you're someone, for instance, right, you don't give a shit about showcases, there are none in your area, you don't care about the badge, you could probably delete all the XXL stuff if you don't care. So that's
Yeah,
like that's what. And
definitely.
if you're someone that does PvP, maybe you don't keep any of the PvP relevant stuff, or stuff that could be
Yeah,
relevant, you fob all that off as well. So like a lot of it is tailored down to how you play the game, and like Josh said
yeah.
earlier
How
on
you?
in the
Yeah,
cast, having the tags set up in advance, saves you a lot of time. So you can have like your if you do PvP, obviously you can have your Great League tag, your Ultra League tag, and go from there. And having the tag set up just makes it easier because you can just write right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, put it all on one tag. I know people, right? I have locals that for trades. Obviously, you mentioned having a trades tag. I know locals that manually go through Pokemon and rename them You know how upsetting it is. It's just I'm there like
why?
I don't know. I try and explain to them. They rename them, and all the Pokemon I get back are called
Just tag
Tom.
them.
All the Pokemon I get back are called Tom. You know what frustrates me? I don't like seeing them with my name on, so I have to go through and unrename them. Like fucking delete the name and then obviously accept it. And it puts it back to its normal name. That's just me
Yeah,
being a bit of a dick. But in general, it's like yeah, just have a Tom tag or have a Josh tag or have a Joe tag or have a Mash tag, and then just fucking send them all. And then it makes it easier for trading as well, because then how
yeah.
many how many you've got like left to trade, or how many you have traded. What do you mean, ungrateful bastard? Why would you rename them all if you could tag them, Joe, man? Come on. Even you, Joe, is not that El Stupido. But yeah,
Yeah,
that
man.
it just
Wasting your
frustrates
own
me.
time
Just
doing that.
just use the tags, man. One last one. Is there anything in terms of eggs? I know you're quite the eggs enthusiast. Is there anything in terms of
Oh,
eggs that you do in terms of like prepping
oh,
egg
yeah, yeah,
space and
yeah, yeah,
incubators?
yeah, yeah,
Here we
yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm glad I asked. Now look at that. Mine's
yeah.
fucked.
Yeah, we're cooking. We are cooking. But then again, it depends. Like some people don't care
I
much for
can't.
the eggs. I think.
I can't show
So
mine.
the one thing that I do, specifically in terms of admin for eggs, is on the day before Go Fest, I will send all of my gifts out as quick as I can.
Mhm.
Literally, wake up, start sending gifts, clear every gift I can, open all my opens that I need to do,
Yeah.
and then after that, like I make a point of it to then
Shit.
go into my settings for my Go Plus, turn spins off
So you don't get
completely for the rest of the day.
non-event eggs. Yeah.
Yeah, completely. And then genuinely what I do, and it sounds stupid, but it's proper fucking helpful, right? Is what I'll do is, so for example, on the Friday, when I'm playing Go Fest which is the morning slot, so I wake up like 6:30, 7ish.
Yeah.
On my alarm, I will name my alarm "Don't Spin Stops." So when I wake up, the first thing I fucking read on my phone,
I've had to do it
right?
as well. Yeah. Not set an alarm, but I've had to be
Yeah,
like, right, don't touch anything. And this whole like, especially for me,
yeah,
like, you've seen my setup. You've seen like, if I fucking lived where you were, I probably wouldn't be able to get any more gifts or eggs or whatever. I'd still be spinning just because they're there, mate. I'm fucking glad that
yeah,
maybe I lived where I am. Look at me, I ain't got nothing, but I've had to do it before where I fucked my when what was the most recent one? Tinkerton was in eggs, and I'm obviously
yeah,
trying to get specific eggs, and I'm there like spinning and getting 2s and 5s, and I'm just there like, what are you doing? Like the odds are already like sort of stacked against me in terms of the odds of getting them from
yeah,
eggs, and I'm just making it worse by not even getting them, the right eggs. So yeah, that's a big one to
yeah.
be fair.
But yeah, so yeah, to be fair, that is like my top tip. In terms of for Go Fest, if you know rough when you're going to start playing, you're going to set an alarm to wake up. Just fucking name your alarm. Don't spin stops.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like because
What?
honestly, it's infuriating. It's so annoying, right? When you're like, so for an event like this Go Fest, where the eggs are finally not fucking 7K eggs, which fucking suck. They're just regular eggs. You don't want to be hatching the dog shit eggs, man. You don't. It's so
they need to be gone. Like your egg space ideally should be clear. So like the first stops you're spinning are ones in the park. That's
correct. Absolutely correct.
Ideally, will it matter? So say me, I'm playing on a Saturday morning, right? If my egg spaces are clear and I'm spinning and I've got citywide on a Friday, do I get those eggs as well, right? Or
correct, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So as long as whenever you're whenever it's like Go Fest, quote unquote, for you, then that's when you start spinning.
Yeah. But don't forget it's only during the event time though. So after 6 p.m.
Yeah, of course.
You're gonna get normal eggs again.
Dog shit.
Right?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, I don't fancy. I don't want dog shit.
Yeah, no dog shit. No one brings a bag of shit to the pub.
Why are you not catching that Eevee? That's been there for 20 hours and 31 minutes, chat. Look at it. Like, it's been chilling. Assuming you open your game at midnight. You catch it, man. Look at it. Community Day coming up. That could be a Honda. Look at it, mate. If that was shiny, I would have laughed. You're an arse, mate. Right, guys, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it there. Guys, episode 21, season 2. So we'll try and get this one out over this weekend. So those of you that haven't listened live but are listening back now on Spotify, Apple Music Podcasts, YouTube, all of that good shit, you guys can listen back and hopefully be inspired and educated to do something with your storage.
Sort your shit out.
Yeah,
sort your shit out.
Mate, that's why I have the redemption to get my shit sorted, man, because I really don't. I need fucking pushing.
Yeah, all right, people, start redeeming that now while we're wrapping up. Which also reminds me, if you're playing, well, obviously if you're listening back, you'll have already played New Jersey, more than likely. But, if you are playing this weekend, hope you have a good one. Everyone, Paris next week. Don't forget, London's finest social, Saturday, RSVP, Campfire, our biggest fucking social we've ever held, right?
Tonton has done so much for the event and set up so much.
Yeah, smack your mum, bro. Right. We've got a reservation for 450 people. Right.
Shit.
It's a big fucking venue.
That's a lot of bodies.
Really nice venue. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good one. So mate, on a Saturday night, you're not doing fuck all else, right? So get out. Come and fucking hang out.
So are you saying this to people? Are you directing this at people that are in Go Fest? There's just going to be someone that's thinking they're not going to Paris, right? What am I doing this Saturday? Oh, allez. I'm just going to go on the Eurostar and fucking or jump on a plane. Come to Paris on Saturday night anyway, even if you're not Go Festing.
Yeah, just pull up, man. Yeah, why not, man?
Even if you don't play this game, just
pull up,
man. Yeah.
Yeah, just fucking do it. Do you know what I mean? Come through, man. Rock up. But yeah, Thomas, pleasure as always. So obviously we're not going to be casting next week because of Go Fest, obviously.
Yeah, let's say this time next week you'll be there.
I will be in Paris. Yeah. Hoping this time next week
you'll be in Paris and I'll be in Josh.
Hopefully have a Beveragino in my hand, chillaxing somewhere in Paris, eating snails and all that, coughing out all the French cants. All Jesus. That shit, man.
Right, guys. We're gonna go before you fucking start quoting Will from the In-Between. It's like, oh, Patrice, he makes me... I ain't even gonna finish it. Right, guys. I'm gonna love you and leave you. Thank you so much. And hopefully see some of you in Paris.